So I think it's a big success for both clubs. 2 years in a row being in the FA Cup final is a big success, and have time to prepare that game. Still, we have 6 finals in the Premier League, and after you have 1 week to prepare the final.
And also, since Saturday, Pep, Arsenal have won twice and Liverpool have won once. Do you think you're going to have to be sort of perfect? Do you think you're going to have to win all these 6 games if you're going to win the title?
Yeah, absolutely. So they give us a chance. The fact that they lost the last weeks against Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, but we know exactly what we should do then, before that games, and now we have to do all games to be, at the end, have a chance in our hands to to retain the title. So nothing changed in the fact that what you should do before and now, nothing changed.
Hi Pep, just wanted to ask about Jack Grealish's last 2 performances. Obviously he's been taken off for Doku, but do you see that as being something that you'll repeat in the next few games? Just start with Jack and then bring Doku on to kind of finish teams off?
We have done it these last two games, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen in the next games. So it depends how we will wake up, and my inspiration comes to my brain. So I don't know. Important is both. When they play really good. Jack played really good these 2 games against Madrid and Chelsea, and the impact from Doku, Jeremy, everyone saw it in Madrid, against Madrid and Chelsea.
I just wanted to also ask about João Cancelo, because obviously he's come under the spotlight for the error against Real Madrid. Just does he have any future at this club? Where do you kind of see his future at some point?
I don't. At the end of the season.
Hi Pep. You seemed full of admiration for your team after the game on Saturday, perhaps more so than we've seen, very often this season, particularly because of what they've been through. Obviously, Arsenal and Liverpool have got different reasons to want to win the title, either for Jurgen Klopp's last season or Arsenal haven't won it for a long time. But particularly after Saturday, you must be absolutely convinced that your players want it just as much as the other 2 sets of players, even though they've won 3 in a row.
No, absolutely. Otherwise, like I said before in the first question, I answer, we will not be here. So there are many, many games, and to arrive in that position after we have done in the past, not just last season was exceptions, the previous ones, be possible. So knowing that difficulty is extreme, so will be really, really difficult, because you have the tough games tomorrow, the first, and Nottingham playing for, relegation, and Fulham away like Fulham at home have been amazing all season. So. It will be tough until the end. It's 1 game at a time, so we know exactly that if we lose, it will be so difficult to retain the title, and every game is different for the way they play, for the way we have to play. So, go for it. So we can say just last Saturday they proved with the many difficulties that we had, for especially the schedule and the timing recovery, and after 1 game against Madrid, so they were unbelievable. So they were really good.
Jim.
Hi Pep. After 2 days in the fridge, are your players 100% fully recovered, would you say?
Yeah, we were ready.
But seriously, is 2 days enough at this
they
stage
do
of the
because it was a tough calendar emotionally for many reasons, and be at home always good. Yesterday was a little bit not perfect recovery, but hopefully today they can be good. We sleep at home, and tomorrow we fly to Brighton and try to understand the game we have to play tomorrow.
Just on Bernardo Silva, he said afterwards that he played that game kind of with an injury, or he's carrying a prize. Is he okay? Is he available, Bernardo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Simon?
Pep, it's been a long old season. Schedule's been pretty relentless. 6 games left in the league. Can you start to kind of see the finish line in sight?
Not yet. So tight. The 2 opponents, how strong you saw yesterday, Arsenal, and so. Honestly, I don't think Malta and Brighton have been occupied in my mind and try to figure out how they are. They have 1 week, 10 days to prepare that game. So I know Olivier Roberto how professional and all the details to find the weakness points that we have, and so yeah, will be a really tough game. We have to be so. They're going to bring us in ways, moments of the game that we are not used to. So, and in that moment, you have to be strong and be patient, and at the same time try to bring them in a place like always they're uncomfortable. So, yeah, maybe it's the toughest. I'm not saying the other ones are not, because of course, imagine Spurs away or Fulham away, but yeah, it's one, for the way they play, it will be so difficult, and you have to be ready.
And when a team has had more time to prepare a game than you, what?
It happened, I said the same, so in the last years, always happened. So the teams who play international competition, that's the stages, the opponents in these stages have more time to prepare, but we know it's not new, it's not nothing. So it's not about what I said after the game against Chelsea. The people say, how he complain. I complained 1 month ago was the draw, not now, because we play against Madrid, we didn't know the draw, we didn't know extra time it was then, Maybe it's for audience, for how many spectators could see City, Chelsea. I don't think so. There were more than Coventry, Man United for the game it was. It was an incredible spectacle. It was so nice, the game for, that is the FA Cup, really, and everything can happen in this competition. So that's why for many years I've been in semi-finals, finals, FA Cup. That means, again, the consistency of that team. So, but we are used. Last years, when you arrive at stages, always you have to deal with that. But we have done it, and it absolutely is a problem. I said I prefer to be in semi-finals than don't be. I would love to be in semi-final Champions League. I prefer to have this tight schedule. I prefer to have the problem, the less recovery. Absolutely, I have it. The argument, I think I was clear. And the people don't want to understand it. I'm sorry.
Just comparing this season to other years, when other seasons you've sort of blown the opposition away on a weekly basis, certainly at this time of the season, do you think this season's more down to the determination and grit of your players just not to lose and just to stay in the...
I've been every season. Determination to lose, I've been for many years. When we won the battles, the mythical will be eternal battles against Liverpool, that they are able to make 98 points, they don't win the Premier League. And, winning 30, 40 games in a row, knowing that if we lose, we draw, we will not be champions. More than that. So it's once again. But we have done it in the past. Last season against Arsenal, the previous seasons, most of the times against Liverpool, sometimes United, but United at the end they drop, especially Liverpool, and this season with Liverpool and Arsenal. So we have done there, because the people talk about, the travel last season. I don't know fresh, but I don't know how many semi-finals in a row have done in FA Cup last season. Maybe 4 or 5 in a row. That defined this club, this group of players. So 4 Carabao Cups in a row. That defined this club. Last stages in Champions League when we break that situation and the way we compete in this competition. So we didn't lose 1 game in Champions League this season. We are out, but we didn't lose 1 game. So even with that, in the problems that we had, that every club has, because every club has problems, still with that, we are there. So it's just what I said, I don't try to extend 1 more week the chance, 1 more week the chance. Tomorrow will be exactly 1 month the end of the season, just 4 weeks. So tomorrow's 25, I think so, 24, 25 tomorrow? 25, in 25 of next month we play the last game of the season against United, the FA Cup. So we'll do everything that we have. I don't know how much it is in our tongue, but we'll try.
I was sort of more meaning the level of performance, because the performances haven't, as a team, they've maybe not come as easy this season as in previous years. But does that just not prove the mentality?
Listen, the memory is always deny something. So always when we compete against 100 points on the treble, we will lose, because the memory is always you dictate. The past always is better than the present. But I have the feeling that we play really good against Chelsea. We play good now. We were so tight, yeah. We could lose, yeah. But could not be possible, the circumstances that we play. It was impossible. impossible. So, but we were there. We were patient and we were lucky in certain moments. We were good than other ones, and at the end we we went through. So, but I think the level of the play had been really, really good this season.
Hi, Pep. You said a couple of minutes ago that it had been a tough calendar emotionally. Can you just explain what you mean by that, please?
Wow, we play a lot of games, and we play emotionally. It was the last game. So when we play Madrid, it was really intense for many things, and we were not through, and we were out of the Champions League. When we play, we did really well, and after 2-3 days, of course, it's tired here, not just in the legs. I'm complaining more the tired here. We're season by season. These guys had 3 weeks off, 1 month, so they don't have much rest, to recover. And the people like is sitting in the, in the chairs and said, "How you complain?" I defend my players. I know what I'm talking about. Much, much better than the people is outside. I know what I'm talking about. So we have seen my players for many, many years and doing that, and I know the human being has no limit, but has a. So the science said, so you need a certain time to recover many, many things, not just physicality, mentally. And for many years, we don't give them. For many, many years, we don't give them. And even with that, we are there. That's why when I said, I'm really impressed with all the time I think, oh, they will fall down. This time, it will not be possible. And still they make it possible. And that's why when I will reflect my period here, always I will admire this type of players for many years still. They find a way to still be in there, and this is unbelievable.
And obviously, you said there's a month left now. The end is sort of coming into sight. How do you control those emotions of the players to make sure they're not too high or not too low? Is it your responsibility or
now
theirs?
is the moment. Don't bother much. As less we can see is better, and energy. The day of the game, especially 2 hours before the game, start to be connected as much as possible and do everything during the game. The rest is, okay, we are there and some details, but don't bother much, and hopefully he can be distracted because they are the first knowing how close is everything, how close the end of the season, and they do their best.
Last one with Dave, please, guys.
I think people sympathise and agree with what you're saying about players being pushed to the limit by the schedule. And of course, you've got the Euros coming up this summer. But can you understand some people who don't sympathise with clubs then taking players on pre-season tours halfway around the world and the kind of toll that takes them? Can you understand where people maybe don't have sympathy with clubs for that kind of commercial enterprise?
Yeah, but we have to do it. We have to pay the salaries for the players and the manager, and make a better stands, a better facilities for the fans, or better. And to know the club around the world, and all the fans around the world, they want to see us, and they have an income for so it's not so easy, they have to make a resources. I would say I would love to don't go to another continent to play, have 1 more week holidays and training here, yeah, but we have to understand the clubs, not just Man City and all the clubs, so they need that financial sources to be sustainable and to do it. And even for us, to go another continent and see how. I remember perfectly when I arrived here 7-8 years ago, and we were away, not much people follow us. Now, but we won a lot for many, many years. We have more supporters, and the supporters means a lot of things for the club, and it's necessary to do it too. And that's why you have to adapt. But I would not say that is the reason why the schedule is tight. I'm sorry, but it's not. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.